Now that the Georgia Bulldogs have won their SEC championship game and improved to 13-0, they can, of course, look forward to New Year's Eve and the game in Atlanta, the Peach Bowl against Ohio State, for the chance to go play for the national championship in Los Angeles on January the 9th. It's also that time of year where the individual honors are being handed out, and there's no bigger award in college football than the Heisman Trophy. Now, this award is not necessarily the best player in college football, because Jalen Carter for the University of Georgia would probably be in that conversation. It's not really a defensive award. It's really come down to a quarterback or running back or wide receiver award. And thankfully, Stetson Bennett, the quarterback for UGA, has been invited as one of the four finalists, so he will be in New York and will be a candidate to win that award. Now, there's been a lot of talk over the last couple of days from people who do not believe Stetson Bennett deserves to be there, and instead that Hendon Hooker from Tennessee, for example, should be one of the four finalists. Obviously, the 900-plus people who voted for the award believe that Stetson Bennett should be in New York, as they put him on the ballot. Now, I don't think he's going to win. I think Caleb Williams for USC is probably the front runner, but just to be there is a tremendous accomplishment for a kid who was a walk-on, was a two-star player from Pierce County down in Blackshear, and has, of course, led this Georgia team to a national championship already and might do it again in just a couple of weeks. But look, there is no way for anyone to make the case that Stetson Bennett should not be in New York as one of the four finalists for the Heisman Trophy. He's been outstanding the entire year, particularly against big teams. In the three big games that they played this year for the Dogs, against Oregon, who, of course, was a top 10 team rated coming into the season, along with Tennessee, who was number one in the country at the time, and then LSU, who, of course, was the SEC West champion, Stetson Bennett has completed 76.5% of his passes, thrown for 899 yards, 8 touchdown passes, and no interceptions, with a quarterback rating of 196.4. Now, I'm not going to get into what the quarterback rating means or how you come up with it. I had to Google it myself. But let's just say that the national leader for the season quarterback rating was C.J. Stroud from Ohio State, and his number was 176.3. And again, Stetson's number in those top three games, 196.4. You then add on the Alabama and Michigan games from last year when Georgia won in the semifinal and the finals, and Stetson Bennett's been even more unbelievable. 72.3% of his passes have been completed, 13 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and a 188.3 quarterback rating against two very good defenses in Michigan and Alabama. This kid's done it all this year. And no, he was not a five-star prospect. And no, you can't Google an NFL mock draft and see his name in the first round. And no, he's not 6'4", 230 or something like that. He's just a winner. That's what's made Georgia special this year and last year, is that they are being led by someone who was not that top prospect on National Signing Day, but instead a walk-on who had to leave and go to a JUCO and then come back to Georgia and has made history. And I'm semi-serious when I say this. If he wins 2 more games for Georgia and wins a second straight national championship after this program went 41 years without one, we should build a statue in Athens, Georgia for Stetson Bennett. So yes, he deserves to be in New York for the Heisman Trophy. He may not win it, but just being there, well, he deserves to be there.